Alright. Shalom. First and foremost, when you give our praise to for your how, or Shem never shine, or Shem no Kodash. The wonders and dwellers and apostles of great stone. But Shalom, to the brothers and more dear, pushing this word in sincerity and in truth, them that believe Shalom. I think whatever. One can check it, seems good. Mention it. Notification. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, what else I check it with So yeah, listen, as you can see, basically who are the true biblical Israelites. Back to the basics, right? Still have somebody like out there on sleep, you see me, right? We just have to push this destiny of our duty to basically prophesy until the return of our Lord Yahushua, you see me, until there is no need to prophesy, you see me. So as I scripture said, we're going to review, you see me, make full proof of our ministry. On a part of the ministry, have to identify who are the true biblical Israelites according to the scriptures. You see, which are you so-called niggers, Native Americans, Hispanics, Latinos. We are the true biblical Israelites according to the Bible. But we know this based on the prophecies. You see me? Right, the curse that was prophesied that's going to go follow our people. You see me? So we'll go up to the basics. So straight we're going to go in Deuteronomy. You see me? Right, the 28th chapter.
Alright, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 28. Let's start at verse 1 and jump to 15. Alright, verse 1, it says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth."
All right, and though referring to the Israelites, we can prove that real quick. Go up to chapter 1, Deuteronomy chapter 1. And 1.
So this is Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. It says, "These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side."
Right, so Moses speak unto Israel. Right, so say back to 28, chapter 28, no, verse 1, he say, "Oh, if we keep the laws that are written in the scriptures, such as no shall not commit adultery, basically commit idolatry, we're supposed to keep the land Sabbath, right? All those laws we're supposed to be keeping them, right? We'll keep them, we won't be blessed. You see me? Right? And it tells us we'll basically be above all nations, for the face earth and all of that. And currently, you see me clearly, we are the people that upon the nether above. You see me? Right? So that's how
So this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 15. "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all of his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee."
Right, so that was the covenant, is in the deal, the agreement. Keep the laws them, we'll get blessing. Don't keep them, we'll get cursed. So as a nation, let's find out according to the scriptures what actually was done. Do we keep the laws them? Yeah or nay? Let's find out.
Right.
All
right, so this is Daniel, right, chapter 9, verse 11. Right, so this is Daniel 9, verse 11. It says, "Yea, right, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him."
That's right. So all Israel have transgressed. Isn't even Paul says something like all have sinned and come short of glory. What is sin? Sin is you cannot say the version here for the
So this is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. It says, whosoever committed sin transgressed also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
Yeah, so sin is transgression of the law. All have sinned, all of the Israelites have sinned and come short of the glory. And I look on it how we alone can truly sin because we were given the law. It's written that in King Letter as well, Psalms 147.
So this is Psalms chapter 148, verse 13. Yeah. Right, verse 14, right? He also exalted the horn of his, let's start, 13,
147.
All right, Psalms 147, verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any other nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Yeah, so the Most High only give him laws, his statutes, right judgment unto the nation of Israel. So we had those laws. Is when in Daniel it's clearly that we went against those laws. So therefore, once you go against the laws, as the curses come upon that nation. You see me? So now we're going to go through the curses and you're going to basically try the process of elimination, and we're going to judge. You see me? Who basically fit these prophecies. Right, I can get the verse 46 now. Deuteronomy 28 over.
All right, so verse 46, Deuteronomy 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And it says, shall be upon thee for a sign. But when you sign them, I'll show, so guess what? Let's get the definition of sign real quick. I'm going to put it from your notes.
What I think in this read from verse 45. So Deuteronomy 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee in follow even until generations come, right? And overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Jehovah thy power, and keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
All right, and this is the definition of the word sign from near Webster Dictionary. It's a motion, gesture by which a thought is expressed or command or which need known. Signal, right? Read down. And we're going to read 2. It's a mark having a conventional meaning and is used in place of words or, he said, to represent a complex notion. All right, he said, sorry, here, he said, transitive verb. He said, cross sense 2, he said, to place a sign on or mark by signs, to represent or indicate by a sign, right? To assign or convey formally, to write down. Right? So basically, it's a signification, it means something, right? And by that, the curse that fall upon us or fell upon us as a nation, to indicate that who is in it, and instead of people who basically transgress laws in it, right, which are today so-called Native Americans, most Latinos. We are feeling those curses right now. So we're going to some of them, some major curse, which we can find. That's the thing of 64.
Okay. So this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other.
Hey, and that's us, yo. Even the common man say, black people scattered all over there. Everywhere we see them. You see me? Which we are black people, is because there's black is not a nation. You see, but us as a nation of people, the Israelite nation have been scattered throughout all the earth, throughout various times. We look up some the Chinese dynasty, yes, somewhere and everything there. Right, they have basically themselves black blood, but they go back to an Israelite lineage. Is because we basically go down here and dominate. Right, go over here we dominate in the West. In Europe, we're there. Africa, definitely, is in which we and the Africans are two different nations. in Asia, we everywhere. You see, so the most scatters, and you have a specific way you use scatters. We're going at
Yeah, and continuing, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth, even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Yeah, and I know people serve all sorts of God, you. See, back then, as a nation, we serve who Yahweh. Yes, some more people go off. You see me? But they serve Yahweh or Shemel Shai. You see where I say what God's forefathers never knew, like Caesarea Borgia, the white Christ. So now I know back then, even Jacob here predominantly, Benjamin, right? Then they moved worship Selassie. You see, or Selassie. Right, this and Selassie that. They never know Selassie back then. We forefathers don't know Selassie. When they come over here with one basically start serve those gods. Prophecy fulfilled. But continue.
It says, verse 65, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
Hey, and we're witnessing that right now in China.
Yep.
You see me? Like COVID-19 scared. You see me? Have the Chinese them no break over the know. You see me? Right? Nobody don't want revenue, nobody can go in a public space, right? Even getting kicked out of the house.
Right.
Right? And it's gonna be beaten in the streets. So your foot now no ease, yo.
Majority of the places that we're going, we don't have no ease. Right? Even in America. In America is where people get that mass later than punishment. See, all manner of atrocities where you can think about done in America upon our people. But not only America, but in also South Africa as well. Through the time of apartheid. Through the time of apartheid, I'm sure you say you're supposed to have the same form of segregation as what they have in America. See, blacks cannot mix with whites. They can't walk with a child if your child have a particular complexion because they might be beaten. Right? And even movies where we demonstrate the level of atrocities that don't happen even in Africa to our people. Understand? In America, they even sing songs about the oppression of our people. There was a song by the name of Strange Fruit. You see, what is that strange fruit I'm talking about? The strange fruit when we're talking about is lynching. You see, strange fruit hanging in the poplar tree. Look up that song, right? Our people being lynched in America by the thousands. Right? Ella Pastor Harvey basically going and say, yo, we face more hell after slavery than we did in slavery. You see?
Especially when the Ku Klux Klan come in, you see me? Them and they discourage, burn down everything, right? Lynching people. Now, recently, this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. So thus say the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, they refused to let them go.
Exactly, yo. See, all people was oppressed together from the northern tribe come down to the southern tribe.
See, it's only done in America.
Exactly.
No other history is of the two kingdoms being in captivity at the same time. Otherwise, I'm Asian teacher. But when this prophecy take place, is it by Jeremiah, right? The only time it get fulfilled was in America, right? Because we the southern kingdom, right, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, right, were basically predominantly in the land Israel, and in 70 AD when Vespasian's son Titus invaded, right, we flee onto the northern and western coast of Africa, right? Go to the northern and come down to the western. This man then we gathered up and carry over here to the west. Right, but before that, or Charles will get them precept as well, right? The northern kingdom left the Assyrian captivity and came over here. And then Christopher Columbus and the Spaniard them, right, and the crackers them afterwards, so in general, Edomites, so-called white race, right, enslaved them. And then them come for us in the west and carry us over here in the west and enslaved us. So that's where we were basically oppressed up to this day. And it's just all that held them captive, refused to let them go. To this day, we're still now captivity.
See, and as the brother say, to this day, we're in captivity, we really focus on America because there's who face the bulk of captivity. But even in these small islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, Guyana, all of these small islands and when we get transported to through that transatlantic slave trade, we're facing oppression, right? All facing oppression, too heavy laden debts. The heads that be the IMF, all of them big and massive organization come in our countries, and plunder our lands, remove all form of sovereignty from it. After them so-called emancipate us. You understand? Which word emancipate just means to move us from one master to the next. You understand? Claiming that we are independent. When we have no form of independence, we basically held fast by all these major by the elites, so to speak. Through these major organizations. And so by process of elimination, you can clearly see who are the children of the Heavenly Father. You understand?
Precept of part of the curse as you speak about the Babylonian them Gibeon and slave us. This Deuteronomy 28 verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Exactly. Right now we're at the bottom of the barrel. We're the first fire, we're the last island first fire. You understand? Even on these small islands, you always have it to say, the darker your skin, the worse off you be. Because what? In either higher people of the other races, or higher lighter skin complexion of our races.
Yeah, look at it, even over here in the West, you have to sit there, we call them Syrian, but actually Edomites. You come and put up in jewelry store, then furniture store, and then they make money off us. It's so so-called Chinese come, which are the Moabites, and come and then basically make money off us. Right? You have the so-called white race, them own the banks, you see me, and hotel industry, and them still make money off us. And once an Israelite, for the most part, not say everyone away and stuff like that, right? Try to set up a business, if you suffer. Because the scripture tells us we basically with heaven, I will come brass, is it? And the earth, and those basically iron, right? Just as Michael Manley said, he say, he try to elevate you and then go up on a iron ceiling of the paraphrase, right? That is the predicament that the Most High put in as a nation, right? There is no striving for us, is it? While under this curse will be removed. And we are the only nation we look on as a whole, the complete dirt bottom. You see me? Look on Brazil, look on Haiti, look on Mexico, look on Jamaica. Yeah, we have the beaches and stuff for you right now, you can really look on the beach, but they are all privatized for the most part. Right? Rich investors come in and take them over. That's where the scripture says what? The stranger that's within thee, is me, shall get up above thee very high. He shall lend to thee. IMF, World Bank, we have borrowed loan from China, we have borrowed loan from Russia, right? The EU, all those are what? Edens, right? So then you show you who the prophecy are meant to get fulfilled on.
Right? So even if you can even trace it back from the history, understand? From the history, come down to the reality of what we are living at right now. You can trace it and realize that we are the true people of the before. Because by process of elimination, no other nation on the face of the earth is facing what we go through. As
a nation.
As a nation. Right? Right now, what people are calling themselves Africans, if they not call themselves Africans, they might call themselves Trinidadians. If they not call themselves that, they might call themselves Mexicans, Latinos, and all of these things.
Yeah. Verse, I'm get the verse here again. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Exactly, man. And that's what we is, man. Because pigs, niggers, wetbacks, Uncle Tomahawks, all of those names are bywords.
Yeah, even African American. But all the so-called white men that get called European American. Is it kind of bullshit? But because they want we basically have a nationality which fulfilling scripture Psalm 03. Every other nation, have them history, everybody have their history, right? Some peons don't really know their history that much, right? But for the most part, them have their history, right? What we have? The people that say, all right, you're Jamaican, but you never your footprints never come from Jamaica. All right, me African. When you go Africa, you're not accepted. You want to say, me see you. So me what then, right? We as a nation, we have lost the history to tell you. We have been to discontinue from our heritage. Right? All the prophecies fulfilling upon who? So called Negroes, Native Americans, Spanish Latinos. Right?
Even a movie, you have even movies that basically portray our history, telling us who we truly are, man. But you people are so blinded that you don't see the reality for what it is. You see, them people have a sitcom back in our 90s and 80s, but I'm show you, say, yo, the true son and the heavenly father was a dark skinned man. You see, you have also this movie by the name of True Romance, which are seen in the movie. They must show you literally, say, yo, the Sicilians in Italy, you see, the Moors have actually reproduce with the Sicilians in. Therefore, that's why I have the Sicilian race compartment. Then that's why they look so. You see, you have a lot of movies where basically portray, say, yo, we are the true sons of the Heavenly Father. That's why we name Israel. You see, in Yashar, he prince of the poor. Understand? All of these things are showing you that look here, it is evident who the true people of the Heavenly Father are. You understand? Right now, the information is so vast. The information is so vast that even a blind man can go and research it for himself. Right? That's honest.
Did you mean that more than really Israelites put in the audio, how people would say that go on.
And even though nobody's information where they have out here is crude, seeing there is some misinformation mingled in with it, seeing them have the truth within it, seeing about how you filter it. You filter it through the word. Understand? Because the scripture tells us, none of these words shall enter me. Understand? So you filter with good word, you filter it through the true spirit of the Heavenly Father. But once you do that, they're going to get the pureness of it. Say, yo, look here. People that was transferred through the four corners of the world, through the transatlantic slave trade. Those people are the true biblical Israelites. Understand?
Yeah. So we can continue now to Deuteronomy 65, verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no rest, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Jehovah shall give thee there a trembling heart, and a failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Trembling heart, feeling of eyes, and sorrow of mind. Majority of our people will live in any state where they live right now. That's the state where they live in. Enough people not even left them parish before. Enough people not even know how them next food will come. They never know how to create generational wealth, because our people cannot create generational wealth, right? Because of what? Where we come from, our history, slavery, right? The slavery that we went through make it close to impossible. You see, for majority of us create that sense of livelihood for ourselves and for our children to come. You see, that is supposed to be a blessing to ourselves. When you read the scripture, you're supposed to have some form of dominion or some form of substance or heritage you pass on to your children. But our people don't get that benefit. See, because of our background, because of the curses that were put upon us. See, I can't read it again.
And verse 65 again. And among these nations shall thou find no ease,
Right?
neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but Jehovah shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Feeling of eyes, you now have no hope. Sorrow of mind, everything that you do set to feel. Majority of the things that you do set to feel. See, and even if you start something and it get a certain stability, you only can basically only amount to ever that much. You understand? Because the system set where you have a glass ceiling. You see, and it's a myriad of stories I've heard about this glass ceiling. Because what? The infrastructure of the society purposefully set up for the downfall of our people, for the limitation of our people. You see, the only way you can even pass that glass ceiling is if you sell out. You understand? And it's only a chosen few sell out. You see, because when them sell out, they basically are used as tools to put the rest of us in that sunken state. You understand? These are the curses we have fulfilled upon our people. You see, why you think our people they have a precept to say, when the king take taxes off, or should it have, will he take it off his own? You see, if you can get that. You see, if you take it off his own or of other nations. You see, why you think the state them will be built? Yeah? Let's read.
It is Matthew 17, verse 24. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter and said, "Do it not your master pay tribute?" He said, "Yes." And when he was come into the house, Yahushua prevented him, saying, "What thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute? Of their own children or of strangers?" Peter said unto him, "Of strangers." Yahushua said unto him, "Then are the children free."
Then are the children free. See, who the kings of the earth take tributes of them own or of stranger. So right now, when you're in the process of elimination, who are under heavy laden burdens of debt and who are paying tributes, our people, right? Because even in Jamaica here, if you start up a new business, they get a period of basically not having to pay taxes, right? That's according to their law, because they want to keep transaction going within the economy. So they have to tax them own people more than how them tax strangers. You see?
The stranger, like for foreign investors, get I think it's a 5-year leniency. It's basically tax free. But us basically have to pay tax when you start a business.
Alright. You understand? So we are the one who are the taxpayers. We are the one who are under the debt base of this society. Because we are the strangers to them. You see, we are the servants, so to speak. You see?
That's why the elite same called us boy. Boy, then evil representation.
Okay.
Alright, so back in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 66, "And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life."
Like people in the ghettos, you see me? Or even not even the ghettos, someone be afraid to walk around you because you know when I'm on a brush. Because people are some bunch of criminals, murderers. Right? That's how in America, you know, when a police are shoot you down and shoot you, you see me say your life hung in doubt, there's no surety. You see me of your life, you know, one neighborhood there say, yeah man, nobody knows and I rob nobody or nothing like that, you know, people are always in fear.
That happened throughout slavery, and it happened from the state of slavery to after slavery, even up until now. You see, that's the curse that happened upon us from them time. You see, in the time of slavery, they never dare speak out against the white man. They can never dare rebuttal or refute anything when you say. You have to say, "Yes, master." You see, "Yes, sir." "No, sir." "Yes, ma'am." "No, ma'am." You see, you lay your head down. Boy, big man, 56-year-olds. You see, I look upon somebody younger than him, but because that man white, you must call that man master and sir or madam or whatever.
And call him boy.
And him call we boy. Eh? Look at that man, and him life hang him down because him have so much fear upon him. Him don't know what in life about basically turn up to. One word or one slip of the tongue.
Hey, I'm trying to think of birth of a nation, I'm mistaken, or
I remember
12 years of slavery is in where basically the so-called white man Esau, the Edomites, that's their true nationality. I seen in the movie, remember when they were showing them, they were on a plantation. And Esau come to crack out the devil himself, come and take with the man's wife, you see me? And carry her in the barn, you see me? And basically rape her. And he said, the son say, "Oh, I don't know about it." And the man cut him bone, and when Esau come up now, he's like, look on him, boom, headshot, dead. You see me? And that's the regular treatment for people, right? Even when you catch out from the western coast of Africa, right? They wouldn't know who them are throw up, because they throw up enough of it. You see me, even when Christopher Columbus did their patrol, them tell you say you can trace dead bodies from one island to the next of the Indies, right? The natives, right? Mass murder, so life hanging down when they're running people, you don't know when they are brush up. Because the Most have removed that power from us of basically self-defense.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it were evening, and at evening thou shalt say, Would God it were morning, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
And that is how you become a prayer man. See, when you go to your bed at night time, you have to pray, Father God, help me get through the night. See, in the morning when you get up, all people back in the days they used to be able to prayer based. See, even though them they are called upon the wrong God, but them have that zeal. See, but not a call the knowledge. So in the morning them get up, them pray, they will Father get me through the day. See, because them life are hanging down so much. See, them hanging fear.
Yeah, it's like waking up every morning. We can't talk, isn't it? Now it's kind of cool now. Wake up in the morning, isn't it? Boom, at work. Can't wait until the day done, isn't it? Then night come, fuck, night. Place out, isn't it? Yeah, what about for rest? For basically can work in next day, you can't sleep, you're frustrated. Fuck, man, and I just pass. So each day, no, each day just can't wait until everything done, yo. Right? So you just move to the next. When night come, which morning come, which night, you just want to get rid of the days again. Right? And no matter which day come, it's just like you work for period, but when period come, it's like a stress. Many people say, oh, me hate period. That one I worst day for me. You see me? Because that day they make me get so frustrated. You know, when the money not enough, and then you know how them are basically divided as I think I forget their name, the one that prisoner from Buju, I think I have a song, he say you're spending a dime while earning a nickel. That's how people on the daily. Right? I think even shut down them affect our people right now in the slums for the most part. Because them regular them hustle. Day to day, yo, them not gonna back a reserves dump on money in the bank when they can go lock in their house, but them about their daily hustle.
Right, verse 68, Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, and the word Egypt here from the Hebrew Matazarian. Well, we should look up the word Matazar means double streets, yo. Right? Matazar means straight or means difficulty. And the young one it means to pluralize it. You see me? So he said bring us in a streets again. The first streets we went to was a physical land Egypt when they had slavery. But it happened again by ships. Simple question. Which set a nation of people on the face of the earth is as a nation went into slavery by ships? You can Google it. As long as we say Google, we have a precept who say, set a yoke of iron. You can read very familiar about verse, which verse is the yoke of iron?
48.
41.
Right. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
When you type up yoke of iron, if you just go a quick Google search yoke of iron, you see some Israelite man, some so-called black man with a yoke of iron on his neck. Sure, clearly all the prophecy get fulfilled, but which set a nation, again, Mark's question, as a nation with a slavery by ships? Only one. You see me? Only us here. That's why I say the scripture is basically fulfilled on us here. It is a sign to show us that we are the true biblical Israelites according to the scriptures. Right? Can I start to read back on verse 61 this morning?
Well, I just typed in myself right here, so which we could have shown you, but guess what? Don't listen. You can look it up yourself. Simple 3 words. Yoke of iron. Just look it up. Go to Google Images, Zine, and you will see all the pictures in relation to our captivity. You will even see Indians also with the yoke of iron on the neck. Zine, you will see our pictures of us being lynched. Zine, because that scripture right here is specifically related to our people. Understand?
I could move it that in a free state of Jones. You see Jake with the yoke of iron on the neck and he's all up and I say, oh, you manage that? You see, no, you sleep. I say, oh, just get used to it. After a while, when people have a strong spirit. But I can go up to 16.
And basically, food. more things in Deuteronomy 28. It was showing that chapter right here, referring to us. So,
Yeah, verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more.
Yeah, because well, from the left the land, we no go back. You see me? So when the Kirkers and the Gutterers and going to the land, his man claims are fulfillment the scripture that clearly show you say no go so. It's not so all a lie. It's Jewish. And they're really Jewish. Kind of say them what you want to believe them what you is. I mean, they're not really Israelites. We are the true Israelites here. Right? So the prophecy say, oh, we is now see the land no more. Right?
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right, which means slave man and slave woman. When they sold put on the action block, it's my name bid for it. One.
And no man shall buy you.
Right, meaning no man ever redeem us. Because that's how you basically said a slave free. You buy back in freedom. We mean redemption. That's how we ever redeem a Yahweh Shai. It's because we were sold in captivity, we were given as slaves. So now we need a redeemer basically brought us back. That's why he's coming. Right, so here Christians talk about redemption and all this and that. A redeemer, right? It means to buy back with them, but if you are free, you don't need to buy, you don't need to be redeemed or bought back. Only slaves, and we are those slaves here. We are those captives, exiled. He is not there with they be loose. Right? That's why we have a salvation coming, right? A savior. Where you want to save from? Right? Slavery. Right? The hands of the devil will come take me out of the hands of the so-called white man. Because they held us fast and they refused to let us go up to this day. People believe them free.
Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people.
Yeah, that's the bid. Go on.
And have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the host of Palestine?
Which them are the Hamites, is in the so-called Africans. That's why they said black sold blacks into slavery, a two different nation. The Africans them, the Hamites sold Israelites them into slavery. Right, and team up with the Arabs them and sold it under the so-called white man. That's what the scripture tell them.
And all the hosts of Palestine will he render me a recompense, and if he recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Yeah, because it tells that they may drink wine, and then lead to what? A boy, instead of boy, you see me, and a girl, a harlot, you see me, that they may drink. Because it was a triangular trade, transatlantic slave trade. Means that one thing go one place, one come from it, then go to the other place. Right? Then we'll take some more from Europe as well, brought us to Africa, then pick up from Africa, drop off processed goods, you see me, like molasses, you see me, and they gun them, and whores, and take us up, carry us from Africa to over here in the West, go work, and the processed goods and so forth, you then carry to Europe. Right? And at one point, they even carry some of my slaves into Europe as well. Right? Look it up. History. Right? History says you're supposed to study or study show yourself approved. Right now, almost everybody that in the art for the most part. Right? I have internet. Just do some research now. Right? Time to time for your study. Right? And prove all things. They have Berea. Right? But he's in search of scriptures daily. Look it up for yourself. The year said XYZ people over there in the Middle East right now, the Israelites. Look it up, won't find why them say so. The year someone on the roadside that said them are the Israelites, look into the doctrine and prove it. The scripture said, prove all things and hold fast to that which is good. When you search the scriptures for yourself, they will say who makes sense and who don't make sense.
And use the senses.
Yeah.
Use a sense, use critical thinking.
Which one need to call
Exactly. So,
yeah,
let me just finish it. Say, because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things.
Which is the Israelites, right?
Right? The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have been sold unto the Grecians.
Which the Grecians are the Edomites. Because the original Grecians were Japhetic, but then come over and take over. The local Greeks right now is them as white people. Right? He's a criminal. everybody nationality in thief apart from him own. You know one day, right? Yeah, the Edomites, so-called white race.
That he might remove them far from their border.
Yeah, so far from the border of God, the land of Israel.
God,
Over here in the West, years now, hundreds of years, I served slavery up to this day.
and that's a vital clue it can use to basically find the roots. See, come continue pull upon that treasure because the first thought came to my mind when me going on history class is who are my ancestors? See, every other nation can trace back their ancestors even up to the fifth generation. Me can trace back up mine even to the third.
You know, the only one you know my grandfather.
Exactly. Me don't know. No, we don't know my great grand and anything. You see, well, a lot of people can trace them great grand and them great granny. So which part you come from? Man? You see, the name where you have, the last name where you have, where you get that last name from? You see, majority of these last names that we have come from Europe. Why is that? Are we from Europe? None of these book them shows that we're from Europe. Yes, all people who occupied Europe for a period of time, but we ain't from Europe. So where the hell our names they come from? Is it
Because some white people do not consider
these things?
It's time to question things now. Yes, amen. You have one up? Alright. Yes, you have it?
No.
Alright, this is one. Isaiah 22, verse 17. Behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity, and will surely cover thee. He will surely violently turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. This man will turn and toss it, that are basically from cargo slave ships. Is into a large country. So he take us from basically the land of Israel, is by various means. We can get me 2 Exodus 13, we'll get the native thing as well. Is that all them come for ships and then get them saved over here, right? And we basically left flee the Middle East, is Israel, 70 AD for the most part, going Africa, and then people from Africa is not sold us over here in the West. That's how he basically he basically finally turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country. There shall thou die, and there the chariots of thy glory shall be the shame of thy lives also, and we die. This will come over here, every single generation, every single people come over here on them ships sail, them dead. They never get redeemed, they never get brought up over. So how much generations after we still here in slavery? Fulfilling the scripture, no one shall buy thee. Abraham Lincoln never freed a slave alive. It was a transition, he was emancipated, meaning move from one slaveholder to the next. Right? From individual slave masters unto the state. That's why you pay tax.
This is 2 Corinthians 13, verse 39. And whereas thou sawest that gathered together another peaceable multitude of him, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land. Out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Yeah, and again, back to the curse. This is Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 27. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day. Right, and over here, go back to a new world. Yes, I mean, right, a new land. That's what they call over here first, new land. Like over here wasn't inhabited. Right? The Amites them, I think Arabic, is I mean, and used to basically team up with Solomon, King Solomon, and yeah, maybe she's when he used to bring him over here, is I mean, right? And within every 3 years, they used to return to Israel and basically bring back the resources. So then 1.5 years to come over here and 1.5 years to go back. Right, that's why you have the Moleks, see me mistaken, and they look like some Hamites, right? They're actually them. You see me? And them left them over here, they build them when they come over here, right? Upon
And verse 41, but they took the counsel among themselves so that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
yeah, which one place on the earth mankind never really dwell. You see me? And over here in the west, the new world, right? One,
That they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
and a good book you can read is the history of the Native American Indians by James Adair. I'm sure a lot of the things they want to do, they must city a refuge. Right, they when you look up usually see the blue, the border, you see the fringes and the border blue on them garment, right? Certain dietary laws. They used to keep you, a lot of them, but they never perfect, and they used to do some wickedness. It's like sacrifice, human sacrifice, and the most I say, all right, you are going now. Since you know still don't want to hear, said there was so a white man feels. Right?
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over.
Yeah, because they left out of the land of Assyria and come down through Euphrates right and grow in the part of Africa, which if you can Google it, it's there's basically a current. It's that channel basically you can see around those areas and come out it's on Africa, when you grow in Africa, right, and come over here to the west here, you see current literally pull you. Right? Wanna?
For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Asher.
Yeah, when you look up the Hebrew, you mean in Hebrew is a car or a car meaning another, is it mean or new, right? No, yeah, same thing. No, another, yeah, another, right? New or Kadash, right? So a car is it mean and a land or right? Other land. Can nobody never used to tell over there? Know about it, is it what nobody know over there? Right? And you know say you have a landmass over there, so nobody know inhabit it. So the known world was basically Africa, Asia, and Europe. You see me? Right? But the southern central southern North America, the new world, it was inhabited. Only people know about it. And only tell because they have basically a lot of generations die off and you only hear about it. You see me? That's why so like yeah, that's why in I think the movie 1492, right, whatever the name again, Christopher Columbus, right, in quote Esdras in the movie, so oh you know say one land over here. And say you say Esdras in quoted Esdras. Because it's prophecy, right? One.
Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, the highest shall stay the springs of the stream again.
Yeah, we can't have it there still, isn't it? So now stay here until another time. Right, so up to this day, we'll sit over here in the west, but that's where we're going to need a house, right, to come and live us, which we're in that time. That's why it's the prophecies them fulfilling, it's popping off like wildfire. And a part of the prophecy in our land of captivity is where I remember was saying, can you get that about question Baruch?
This is Baruch 2, verse. Let's start at 29. If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I was scattered them, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, and we know that time right now, you see me? But we remember ourselves. Right? So guess what? We are the true biblical Israelites. According to the scriptures, returning back to a true power. You see me? Now that spirit salvation will come here once the elect repent. And that's what we're witnessing right now. COVID-19 scare, the World War III threat, you see me? Earthquakes in diverse places, the pestilence, the lockdowns, brewing sedition, brewing famine. All them are signs of the time. It's about our deliverance. The kingdom of heaven is about it. Well, I say the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Yes, it's no problem.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Isn't it? Hope this lesson was edifying until they go there. So we give our praise, of course, to Akoya Power, or Shem Shai, or Shem Kodash. The one is unto elders and apostles of great story. Shalom to